Warning! Foreign accent!
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, we got Miguel.
Yeah. I'm here.
After many trials to get them to the podcast. And eventually we had to do like a whole feast for him to show up.
Thank you, guys.
All this is for you.
Miguel, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. You know, it's funny. This is actually my second time in the show.
How?
Yeah. The one from Halloween.
So I was invited. So I was invited to the Halloween podcast. And then I said, Julio, yes, I'm showing up. And then something came up.
Yeah.
And he told
Hence
me.
the skeleton in the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And he told me, oh, it's fine. We already replaced you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys released the episode,
Yeah, you
for
were.
my replacement, and I see this dead body. I'm like,
Okay.
I feel offended. But yeah, I'm finally here. This is fancy.
Fancy. We don't do this to everyone, but
Oh yeah.
Man,
you're a big fish. What
Yeah.
can we say?
it's the biggest fish, man. I haven't spent that much money for a person.
No, yeah. This is super cool. It's
You know now
super
what? Now
professional.
all the guests gonna request something similar.
Yeah,
What are we gonna do?
Oh my god.
Well,
The next guest's gonna be sushi.
No, this is nice, guys. It's impressive having the difference between having the idea and execute it. It's huge.
and man, all this food we cooked.
Yeah, we cooked everything.
even the cookies,
Yeah,
like-
you guys cook the crackers.
My mom, Walmart, and my aunt, Whole Foods, they helped us a lot.
No, this is nice. This is nice. But thank you for having me, guys.
Well, welcome. Cheers.
All right.
Welcome to
Cheers.
this episode, which we should tell what is this about.
All right.
Okay, we're selling products right now, and we wanna introduce you to Amway.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I actually have something to do.
No, like we wanted to do this, like to record the day of
Nice.
of Thanksgiving, and probably we'll
Yeah.
be talking about the things that we're grateful
Yeah.
for.
And part of the reason why we're doing this, because me and Julio, we both been living in the States for 3 years.
Yeah.
And the past Thanksgiving, we were discussing this today. We don't remember celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is my first.
This is his first Thanksgiving, and for me, I was always with my family, and Lebanese family. It's always we're
Okay.
always celebrating.
Wow.
So this is the first official.
Like this right now.
This is
Oh my God.
this is our Thanksgiving. So the food is not
Wow.
for you. We have turkey, we have pizza, we have mashed potato, corn, everything you can ask.
rice.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if we're gonna just look at it or actually eat it.
I'm actually waiting for you guys to tell me start.
Okay, let's start.
All
So
right.
before, of course, you can start. Go ahead. Don't be shy. How did you
right.
end up here, man? Tell us.
So,
This is a really nice story, and I remember that too. Man. This is so funny.
yeah.
Let him talk.
Well, first of all, I kind of have my green card because my mom married my stepfather. He's an American. But usually you become a foreign citizen when you move in to
Yes.
the different country. But I kind of have this transition in between because I was when my mom married my stepdad. I was still in San Domingo, but actually Thanksgiving was kind of like my introduction to the U.S. culture because I was still living there. But then that part of my family celebrate Thanksgiving. Back in San Domingo, I never celebrate that. Yeah. But then I was there, and Thanksgiving show up, and my mom is like, "Hey, now like this is part of our culture." So I was traveling from San Domingo to North Carolina to celebrate Thanksgiving. And I do have like 3 Thanksgiving in the past, like normal Thanksgiving. But what I really do for Thanksgiving is traveling, because Thanksgiving is you have like 2 free days. For my gringo part of the family, they know that for us we don't really celebrate that, so we don't have the tradition of Thanksgiving. We just use the free days of work or college or to travel somewhere.
Yeah.
And also Thanksgiving is really expensive to travel inside the U.S. So I have a stepsister, a stepbrother, and they all live, around the U.S. country, and then we just travel outside because it's more cheaper, because nobody's...
So you meet outside of the States?
Yes. So I kind of have like 2 Thanksgiving before I move into the U.S. but that was like traveling outside the country. And
okay. So you start experiencing like US
yes,
from abroad.
Exactly. So I have this like, I was living in San Domingo, but we celebrate Thanksgiving, which is coming to the US just to gather my stepbrothers, my stepdad, and then we just travel to Europe or Asia or.
Rich people, man.
Rich people problem, right?
I was lucky enough to travel in an early age. I think the best thing can happen to a kid is read books and travel early, because your mind expanded. So I was coming back from these trips to San Domingo. It's not like now, like you guys did this trip to Lebanon, but then you guys are back in Miami. I was traveling to Europe, with my gringo stepsister, and then I was going back to San Domingo, where things are not everyone has this open-minded. Yeah.
So you were going back to the ghetto.
But I remember, like, every time that he used to travel to a new country, he became with new books, like with new experience.
Yeah, you can tell it's really open your mind.
And studying architecture, it helps a lot because you open your mind to new designs and new ideas and everything.
Yeah, I think travel is for architecture is definitely you need it.
Yeah,
it's a need basically. Yeah. So anyway, I got my green card kind of like in half my career. I was studying architecture. That's where I met Julio in college in San Domingo.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah,
I followed him his entire life, man. And here I am.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, before we continue, you need to thank him in front of everyone watching.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to that's why we are recording.
For what?
For crashing on your couch for like 6 months.
One episode is not enough. The first one was not enough.
He told us that on the first episode when he moved here, he stayed with you.
Yeah. No, that was fun part.
Okay, so how you end up here? Go back to your story.
So I got my green card kind of like half in my career, right? And at that point, my mom was living in DC. My parents live in DC. It's really Alexandria, but it's like 10 minutes from the White House, so it's just easy to say it's DC, right? So, is it recording?
What are you saying?
It's recording.
Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
All right. Okay, so we're good.
Man, we've been talking for like 10 minutes.
Wow. All right. So, at that point, I got my green card. My parents live in DC, but I already know I want to live in the US, but I wasn't sure about DC, I was about to graduate. I don't want to go and live with my parents,
It was like DC.
It's really Alexandria, but they live 10 minutes from the White House, so it's just easy to explain people they live in DC, basically. Yeah. They can literally see the Washington Monument from their backyard.
I was living next to Alexandria. I was living in Crystal City.
That's super nice.
That's right. Alexandria actually is better than DC. It's very nice.
It's a very nice area. It's really pretty. So Maria, my girlfriend, shout out to Maria.
Shout out to Maria.
So she also got a green card, and she had family here in Miami. So she knew she was going to Miami, basically. And I was like, Miami. Doesn't sound bad.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. So I kind of like decided I want to go to Miami. My parents helped me. Like, we did a trip just kind of like to show me Miami. I had been here before, but as a kid,
it's not the same.
Yeah, so I just did a trip to see the area.
I think we all did this before moving here.
Yeah.
And this is when we fell in love.
Yeah.
Man, you only need one trip
to
fall in love with Miami.
So, Miami, definitely was a yes. And at that point, even for Maria and for me, we said, let's just go to Miami. She had family there. The culture is not that different from, and even the language, So let's just start in Miami and let's see what happens. And we just moved in. She moved in 1 month before me, and then I just moved into Miami, basically. So that's how I ended up here. And then we just almost obligate Julio to came to Miami.
Yeah. Like all the time that they used to go to Dominican Republic, I told that in the first episode. They were like pushing me, like, you need to move. But man, at this point of my life, I just wanted, I have no idea of what was going on with Miami. So that's why I was like, that was not in my mind to move.
You had no idea about the universe.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, man. The thing you thought you knew when you were like growing up and in college, and you are so arrogant, man. You think you know everything.
Yeah.
And now when I look back, I'm like, look at this stupid kid. Like he has no clue.
Yeah.
What's happening? Nothing.
It's definitely crazy how things can change. You know, I like Miami because it's so different. Like, you know, when I work, we have like, I don't know, 15 different nationalities. Mm-hmm. So I moved to Miami because I see, oh, it's nice. You know, it's like, I think Julio said this before. It's like San Domingo
2.0.
2.0, right? It's like the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But once you live here, you realize it's much more. It's kind of like their own world here. Mm-hmm. So I really like Miami.
There's nothing like Miami, man. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, so
you moved here. Your girlfriend was here.
Yeah.
Where did you stay? Did you have the Miguel to stay with?
So
that's a really good story.
That's actually kind of cool. I have this friend from college also, Ismael. Yeah. Shout out to Ismael. Mm-hmm. And he was here before me, before Maria. And he was already like working here, architecture and everything. So I can't just crash in Maria's place because, you know, she was living with her aunt, her cousins, you know. And yeah, man, it's recording. Don't worry about it.
Man, you're gonna keep cutting me every time.
Behind scenes, like shitty
stuff happens.
Yeah.
So I just texted him like, and you know, funny thing, he weren't even that close in college. So
you weren't close.
No. So I just texted him like, hey Ismael, you know, I'm planning going to Miami. Do you think you can have me for 1 month? And I was like so strict, like. Look,
you were so embarrassed.
It's gonna be. I just told him like, look, it's gonna be 1 month.
I'm gonna be invisible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like invisible. Like seriously, I'm applying, and I text him, I'm applying right now for a job, and I'm looking right now for a place because, you know, in San Domingo, when you finish a job or something, they kind of like pay you. How can I explain that?
Yeah.
When you left a workplace, they have to like compensate you for the time for like loyalty.
Yeah, like if you have 5 years working in this company, they compensate you for these 5 years.
Yeah, so I was working in San Domingo for 3 years, basically 2.5 years, because I was working and studying. And so the money I get from my job and the money they give me because of my loyalty or whatever we're gonna call it, I save all that. So I basically came here with 3-4 months of rent. So
that's good.
Yeah. So I moved here to Ismael's place, but I was like looking for a place like right away. And bro, I applied at every job, was in every website. And when I finished every website, I just went Google Maps, architecture, and I just basically stalked every company. And I remember one day I sent 120 emails. Wow. No Indeed, no like job websites.
Just
like
straight
Google Map, website, about us. And I just text them like personalized emails.
Applications.
Yeah. So the good thing about it is sounds easy to say 120, but you know, it was
a lot.
15, 20 emails, 30 emails, 40 emails. And at one point I was like, I did all I can do to find a job.
Did you get desperate at one point?
Yeah, you know, not really desperate, you know, but I knew it took time. But I was doing a lot of work to get a job, and you know, by the month, I was already out. I got a place, I got a job, and yeah, I was.
It took you 1 month to find a job?
It took me like 2 weeks. You know, yeah. I would say it took me 1 month, but I was like doing interviews. You know, I was doing like. I went to like 3 places for interview. I have 1-2 phone calls, and funny, the 3 places, 2 of them weren't looking for a job. Like 2 of the places are places that I just called them, send them my portfolio, and just say, hey, I'm here, and they, you know, asked me to show up and show me the office and everything. I was pretty excited, but yeah. In 1 month, I was already settled down.
That's good.
Yeah. And
it took me 3 months.
It took me 2.
Yeah, that was
But for me, 3 months, man, and I was traveling half of the time. So I was in DC,
yeah.
I was in New York. And like, yeah, I'm looking for a job.
You were having fun.
Yeah.
You were having fun. So yeah, and that's what happened.
Man.
You can eat now.
Here's what we're gonna do now.
I just want you guys.
Let's keep everything rolling. I'm
Okay.
just gonna cut it in the edit and let's eat, man. Because
Alright.
every time we
I
need to
see
like
you-
ding, ding, ding.
I see you cook, like.
And he's looking at the food. He's like, I need to eat.
I only have crackers.
Yeah, let's eat, man, because we are all hungry.
All right. Sounds good.
Podemos ver el micrófono si tú quieres. Te puedes quitar los audífonos.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep everything rolling.
He's gonna keep it. He's gonna
okay,
keep it
okay,
recording. So yeah. All right. I like this.
So in case we left this and we didn't cut it, well,
Okay.
sorry guys, we're hungry. We'll come back to you
This looks good.
because this I'm just gonna keep rolling because we can get some reels out of this.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna get more confident. Less shy.
We can do how the name of these videos that they put like people eating like.
So
but this
what
is
do you think about the podcast, man?
Bro, let me tell you.
It's a shit.
It's shit.
To be honest, I don't think you guys realize how big is this. You know, because again, to execute, podcasts are kind of like trending, right? And I like this type of ideas that looks easy. And
But it's not.
yeah, every month something new come up, and people, it's easy to sit down and say, "Oh wow, that's easy."
I can do that.
I can
That's
just do
easy.
that. I can just do that, you know. And
Do it.
But execute something, it's really an effort. And sometimes you have this idea of how things are gonna end up. Like maybe you have your projections about the podcast or what's the end goal or whatever.
Our projection failed now, but we don't care.
But you don't know what doors this can open. You know, that's my point. That's why you have to just start things, because
And all the time, like Sam asked me, like, "Are you excited for the podcast?" I told him, "Man, I just got used to it. I'm gonna keep working.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. I'm not even expecting something like really
Yeah.
big. I'm just gonna do it all the time and wait till something."
And I'm really proud about Julio, bro. This guy's
The shyest
so
guy.
shy.
He's introvert, so doing this is not easy.
It's so shy. Like I don't consider myself shy. I had never been, but you know, knowing that it's a camera, it's kind of like, yeah.
But
I need
man,
to finish this wine first.
You forget about the camera. Like
Yeah,
for us,
true.
we don't even. And the way we set it up, like in every episode, you can't really see it.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
talking like face to face.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true. No, I think this is huge.
Thank you, brother.
It's really good. It's inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you need to put more corkle in the fire.
At the fireplace. No, man, really. The reason we're doing this, and we never talked about this, by the way, in the podcast. I don't know if we did.
I did. For me, I'm doing this because I want to be rich. I don't know about you.
You want to spend dollars. Bitches.
Yeah, I want to know how you guys are like, okay, let's do it. How that happened?
Man, me and Julio, both of us, when we moved here, we only had each other, really. We met through work, and we became friends. Even after we left this company, we stayed friends, and we still. And every time we used to like go out and sit down and actually like talk about stuff, he used to tell me, like, man, this is really good. What we are talking about is really good. We need to record it.
Yeah.
And at first, the idea was for us to talk about like every episode to be about like one topic. What do you want? You keep looking here. You want my food?
The potato.
I haven't tried the mashed potato.
Man, I don't think I'm gonna cut any of this. So every time we used to sit down, we used to talk like, okay, we need to talk about this topic. Let's talk about music, religion, books. Each episode be about the topic. But so we started doing this, the first episode, the second episode, but then we're like, okay, people are not gonna care just about us.
Yeah.
You know, like no one cares just about you, and we need to build an audience.
Yeah.
And more than an audience, we need to build a community. So this is like the part of the thing we struggle with when we moved is not belonging to like a community, not belonging.
Yeah.
Like for me, when I joined the CrossFit, I felt like, okay, I belong to this community. It was fun. But maybe we can do this in a way to have people like more involved. And then we came up with the idea of, okay, maybe we should have guests, you know? The first guest we had, who was it? Cesar?
I think so. Yeah.
No. Was AJ.
Yeah.
AJ.
Yeah.
So the first guest was AJ. Shout out to AJ. And he told us, man, his point of view about traveling, which was completely different, man, from our point of view. And the question we ask, like, where's home? And for us, like, it's a struggle to answer that.
Yeah.
For him, it was super easy. He's like, London is home. I travel a lot, but London is home.
Yeah.
And then we realized, you know what? Everyone got a story. Everyone see things in a different way.
Yeah.
So why not like have this platform to anyone? And not when we say anyone, the reason why we're not going after like big names. First, we can't go after big names to be realistic.
Not yet.
But the second thing, they told their story many times, and there's a lot of like everyday people who has amazing story, but they don't get the platform to share
Yeah.
it. So this is their platform.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how I see it. I don't know if you see it otherwise.
Money. Ka-ching.
So how you guys like decided?
I told you, like, it happened to me and you when
Yeah.
we were living together.
Yeah.
I remember again. Every time that we had lunch, we were talking about everything. Like,
Yeah.
we were talking about stocks, we were talking about news, we were talking about books. And I was looking at YouTube videos, and they were doing the same that we were doing, and they were
Recording it.
recording it and sharing it with the other people. And man, for me, that was the main purpose of it. Like, to do the same things that we do every day, but to share it with the people. And I don't know, like, to share our opinions and
And it's so
And
much
to-
fun, man.
yeah.
It is fun.
And you meet new people. Like, we have met new people. We have more connections.
The first time we did it, we actually didn't have any microphones. We didn't have any cameras. We didn't have anything.
Yeah.
We were like, okay, let's just record with what we have. Because we don't want to spend money on something that we're not sure about it. So the first time we did it, we recorded in Miami Beach. And we were drinking beer, we were talking. It was episode 1. And
Yeah.
it's actually, if you go back and you watch this episode, you realize like, oh, the sound is not that great. You
Yeah.
know? The sound sucks. But we did it because we wanted to try it. You know, you never know something unless you try it.
Yeah.
So we did it, we recorded. At the end of it, when we finished and we stopped rolling, we looked at each other. We're like, man, this is good. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun. Next day, we bought all this shit, and here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first episode was really a trial, don't you think?
That's my favorite episode, by the way.
Really?
I have watched everyone. I probably only missed one. Or maybe just one. I have watched every episode.
Are you gonna watch this one?
Of course.
I'm not sure.
Man, it happened with us. Every time that we record a video, we watch it. And we have
Yeah.
to watch it like 5 times before posting it. But
No,
Like,
yeah.
fuck, I can't watch this anymore.
Need to hire someone.
Wow, now you guys have budget.
Yeah, right.
Man, look at this. No. This is from Walmart, people.
No, yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the first episode. I think that's my favorite one.
I mean, you forget about the cameras and everything. I was super shy, and now look at me.
Yeah, the first episode, he was like,
Man, I was drunk.
man. He got drunk.
I was drunk. I didn't eat. It was like 1 p.m. The sun hitting my face with no eating, no food, anything, and drinking for 1 hour and a half. Mm-hmm. Man, once we finished that, I was fucked up. Man.
I know, man.
So what you guys are grateful for?
Oh.
And
Now we're gonna dive.
Man, I need
You're
to-
the guest. We're not. He's asking us, man. You're the guest.
Man, I need to thank
I'm
you.
trying to get away.
I don't know if I've talked to you, if I've told you that, but man, I'm really grateful for this opportunity that you gave me. Man, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here right now.
Wow.
I would be in the Dominican Republic doing the same shit every day.
Thank you, bro. I you know what? I appreciate it, but I don't think you will be in DR for.
You will find a way to end
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think so. Probably, I said that.
You need to thank him not for hosting you. You need to thank him for pushing you to make this decision.
Yeah.
Because he got you to make this decision like, okay, I want to move. I want to
Yeah.
move here. Staying with him is just a detail
Yeah,
in your
true.
journey.
That's true.
And man, I've learned a lot from you. Even if you don't know this, man, yeah.
What did you learn?
When I used to live with my mom, And they used to do everything for me. Like they used to cook for me. They used to do the laundry for me. When I moved with Miguel, he is one of the few people that I know that can do many things at the same time. Like he came from his job, he was reading, he was writing a book, he was cooking.
What, you writing a book?
Yeah, sometimes.
He was.
Oh, okay. You need to tell us about this.
He was cleaning the house. He was doing everything that I was not even like capable to think about it.
Yeah, again,
and he was doing this, and he was doing really good.
I kind of have a practice because, again, my transition before coming to Miami, I was living by myself in San Domingo because my mom moving to DC. So I was around family all the time, but I was essentially living by myself. So, that transition, like living with your family and living by yourself, had to do the dishes and kind of like the household thing. I kind of have that managed from before. But yeah, I mean,
I learned from you about habits.
Oh,
Because he was like super with the habit.
Yeah.
He got a clock. Okay, I had to do this right now. And man, it works. It works, and you
Yeah.
finish everything that you need to finish.
you know what happened to me? When we were in college, like last year of college, architecture, I never thought about money. Like, I just enjoy architecture. I never thought about like getting a job or anything. But the program make you do internship. So we have to do several hours in a firm, right? And I was lucky to get my internship in a good firm. I was working for two of the, best professors we have in the program. And bro, that was so. I was so.
It was hard.
I was in shock. Basically, I was in shock. Like, is this really like?
What do you mean?
I was in shock about the work environment. The place was great, but the system, in general, like, I was like, oh, this is the world outside college. It's just.
Yeah.
So the hours, I just hate that basically.
Yeah, because you think like growing up or going to school, school is like from 8 to 3.
Yeah.
You think like, damn, I'm a slave, to
Yeah.
the system.
Yeah.
And then you leave a school, you go to college, you have some more freedom because you can pick your own classes.
Yeah.
And then you go to the workplace. To
No,
the work.
yeah.
Damn.
I
man.
really don't get that. So, so again, I get this job, a full-time job before I graduate, kind of like by an accident. So, me and Julio, we started doing renderings with a friend called Emil. Shout out to Emil. We kind of have like this freelance website called Push Pull. And
Follow us.
follow us, Push Pull. We still have it there. And so a professor kind of like spread out a message. Hey guys, there is a engineer that needs renderings or something like that. Somebody that knew how to use this software and this software. And I kind of like reply him. But at the point I thought this was like a freelance job, right? And I just text this engineer like, hey, I'm Miguel. I know how to do renderings. I know how to design. I'm in my last year of college. And the guy told me, oh yeah, show up my office tomorrow at this time.
And you'll become my slave.
When I show up at that office, it was so fancy that I was in shock, and I was like, oh, is this a freelance job? And I kind of like get an interview for a full-time job without even knowing, and so the president of the company just, oh, come to my office, this is how we work. This is our projects. And I'm seeing these high-end projects and I'm like, where am I? And the guy just started talking about salary, right? And at the point I was...
you realized it was like a job.
Yes, but I have a couple friends from college that they were working at salaries way lower than that. And this guy is just telling me, so what do you think? We can start with this salary and when you graduate, we can go to this salary. And I was like, sounds good. Like, definitely. Okay. And then, I just walk away and then just call my family and just tell my mom like, hey, you know what? I guess I just got a job now. I'm a full-time employee,
What did your mom say?
Everyone was in shock. I mean, everyone was like congratulating me because that was the point of, and
going to college.
At that point, the last year of college is like the thesis basically. So you have more time. So
Man.
my classes were after work. But then I start working, I start doing my thesis. I still travel with my family for Thanksgiving. And I was so busy with the thesis and full-time job.
I remember your eyes. Like,
Yeah,
super-
no, that was the most stressful point of my life. And I was like, okay, I can't just graduate to be a slave, you know. And my 8 hours of work, I just spend it listen to podcasts, listen to books, listen to like, you know, everything you can imagine, like the 4-hour work week, habits, power of habits, all that kind of like, you know, get into my head. And the only way I get away with full-time job and the architecture school was like, I had planned it every hour. Like at one point I had planned like every 30 minutes, you know, like from 9 to 9:30, from 9:30 to 10:30. I had planned like my showers, like my meals, like.
See, guys, this is why it's so hard to get him to be with us. He had to plan this.
So now I'm not that busy. I'm still busy, but I'm not that busy like back then. But I'm still having this to-do list mindset.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I have planned my next week, 2 weeks. I already start my 2022, you know, resolution.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but I like that. And that get into a point, it was kind of like too much.
Yeah.
Because when you don't feel your expectations, you feel kind of bad. But now I let go. So now it's like I have my life planned. So I can.
You have the main goal.
Yeah, and I can be in the present.
Yeah.
Like, and so relaxed.
That's exactly how I am.
Yeah.
Because I don't plan like my.
Yeah.
I try to do it to actually like plan ahead my week and my daily routine. It's just that it doesn't work, man. Because for me, I make decisions on the go, and as I go through my day, I'm like, okay, even if I had planned to do this task that day, sometime something more important come up and something that gonna save me time in the future or whatever, or just in the process of living, man. You have to make decisions on the go. You cannot always. You have to be flexible.
Yeah.
Some way.
You have to let it
But
flow.
I know that I'm putting like every day at least 12 hours of work.
Nice.
At least. If I'm not putting 12 hours of work, man, I feel devastated. I'm like, today was not good. Even this, like, even though we're having fun, it's some sort of work. But yeah, like, I wake up 6 a.m. every day, you know, get ready to work, go to work, come back from work, just take 1 hour to have dinner, watch TV, all that stuff, and then on my laptop till like 1 a.m.
Damn.
every day.
Yeah.
And then on the weekend we have the podcast. But so it's for me, it's just about being productive. It's not just planning.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, my life now is not like back then. I really have every like 30 minutes planned. But now, I am flexible. But how can I tell you? I went to a point like I have these goals, right? And I want be sure that I achieve those goals, and that's why I develop some habits, basically. So now I'm chill. Like I'm not like a slave of my habits. You know, basically it's automatic. So and that gives me the confidence that I know I'm gonna achieve the things I want to achieve because the habits are there. You know, so if I just do what I have to do today, I know I'm gonna have whatever I want to have in the future. So, you know, sounds like it's slave of like oh, you can plan everything, but it's really the opposite. I feel free right now. You know, I feel like I can do whatever I want because you know I know my goals are ensured basically.
Yeah. Once you create a habit, you can't forget about the goal.
Yeah.
And even if you achieve the goal, once like if you have a habit, you're gonna keep doing this the same.
Yeah, you're gonna have another goal.
Yeah. And to me, it's tricky because I have this bad habit of.
What? Like what? Like
No,
chocomania? Like what? Man, there's a story about the chocomania.
Yeah, you know, if I usually used to go to bed really late, and if I pass 12, I need to eat something, and usually it's chocolate cereals and with chocolate milk and some chocolate syrups. I don't do it anymore.
Man, like sugar. Like if I eat this at night,
You die.
I would probably stay awake the whole night. And
So-
he was asking me like, man, I can't sleep.
I don't know
I
why.
don't know why, man. I just eat my chocomania every night, and that's it. Like,
This is a true story. No, I don't do anymore. Actually, I don't do anymore. No, yeah, I don't
because your
do.
liver are like dying, probably.
No, so I have this bad habit. I'm so curious about stuff that I'm more focused now, and that's a challenge for me because I'm curious about everything. So I'm easy to get distracted with new projects, and I'm trying to fix that. So you have to stick with something. And now I have a specific amount of time to kind of like explore new things, but I'm trying to stick to something so I can finish that. Because that happened to me. I'm working on something. Like let me just develop my branding. As an architect, let me just focus on my LinkedIn. Let me just focus on posting my jobs because I have this amount of jobs done that I.
You can follow him in.
Oh yeah, on Instagram. Yeah, I am Apache on Instagram.
I am Apache.
That's my
We're gonna put it.
that's my username in Instagram.
Wait, I have you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I never realized.
Yeah, it's
your
I am
username.
Apache. Yeah, it's a cool story about it.
But it's another Instagram.
Yeah, that's not my personal Instagram. Yeah,
It's like he posts architectural work.
it's like my architecture
okay,
portfolio.
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like my architecture
Yeah,
portfolio.
I need to check it out.
Yeah, check it out. So for example, I just say, okay, I'm gonna focus on my posting a couple jobs, kind of like marketing, because I'm not having like new jobs. But then something show up, and I just get distracted. I want to explore that. But I was reading about focus your energy in one thing so you can like finish that, and then you can explore.
Man,
something
it's
else.
easy to say this, especially when I think something that like people don't realize, being an architect and being a creative, you get distracted, man, so much by a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Julio always tell me this, like, man, I want to do like 2,000 things.
Yeah.
I want to start a podcast. I want to start a company. I want to do this, everything. I want to do this. And I understand, like, it's hard to achieve when you don't have like a very clear vision of what you are after.
Yeah.
But man, also, you cannot be, that's how I see it.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but you cannot be just like, like this, you know, so focused on just one thing, because you never, your life and your path is not a straight line.
Yeah. No, definitely. Not. So what I do now, I have an Evernote note called Ideas and Future Projects. And whenever I get inspired or something, like for sure after this podcast, I'm just gonna sit down in my car
and write ideas.
Before I turn on the car. I'm just gonna write it down. So I'm relieved that I can still focus in on my current projects, but I have a list of my future projects.
Yeah.
So I don't forget,
Yeah.
By the time Julio came to Miami, and he's saying that I was doing, it's true, I was writing a book, I was, doing 10 different stuff, but my progress was 1% every year.
Yeah.
I was getting in, I wasn't getting anywhere.
You weren't getting to the finish line.
So I just organize it. That's the thing. When you organize it, you're free. Because again, I can have 3 more ideas. I'm just gonna write it down. And when I read it, I'm like, oh damn, I can't wait to like jump into that. But I know which of my goals is the first one I have to do.
The initial.
Yeah, because that's gonna help that future project. You know what I'm saying? For example, even writing, right? Like I have like, I like writing,
Tell us about this book. What is the book about? Where are you in the process? Because I think like us being an architect, also in the creative field.
Yeah.
I was telling Julio, I had the idea to write a movie actually.
Nice.
Not a book, and it's something that I'm still like developing. Like
that's cool.
But so tell us about that.
I think, and I'm gonna cut it. I think the problem that we have as an architect, like we learn how to analyze things.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about like music, for example. In architecture, you start analyzing things, and then you start. For me, for example, I start analyzing music. I start analyzing the design of a car.
Yeah.
And at the end,
you want to understand how they got to this.
Yeah.
And this is
you want to
how
know the process, and that pushes you to do more stuff.
Yeah.
And all the time, I'm trying to create things and analyze things and things that are way far from my career.
Yeah.
And that's why we can focus that much. That's a problem, and at the same time, it's really good because you
Yeah.
have
Man, like about the music, you've been with me, we've traveled together, we spent a lot of time together, and you see the variety of music I
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah.
My wife always tell me, like, how do you memorize all this? Like, how can you, like, how?
every instrument, man.
Like the beats, the instrument, the transition,
Yeah.
the vocals, everything. And it's not like I just listen, like, let's say, to reggaeton or metal. Man,
Everything.
everything. And also we have like the Oriental culture, so we have
Yeah.
a lot of music, and I have like the pop culture, the oldies, all that stuff, and I know everything down to the beat.
Damn.
And the reason I memorize this is because I analyze the song.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear a song and I love it,
Yeah.
I analyze it. Like, how is this
Wow.
formulated?
And it's the same elements that we use in architecture. You remember that?
No.
We use the rhythm.
Yeah, rhythm.
Yes.
And it's the same at
Voids.
the end. Our elements
Yeah.
that repeat, that do,
Because
that,
man,
that compose.
we work on sentiments. Even in architecture, we show it in a physical way.
Yeah.
They show it in a audio way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we work on sentiments, man,
Yeah.
of how to trigger those
Yeah.
sentiments.
Yeah,
So-
it's an experience.
Yeah.
You're selling an experience, basically.
yeah.
I like music because, look, I think everyone's have this feeling. If I hear like a music from a specific year, I go to that year, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm there. Like I'm back to high school whenever I hear like a classic reggaeton. You know,
Yeah.
and I like that. It's you can even express that.
Yeah.
So-
Even for bad music.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's bad music.
No, yeah.
Me neither.
Either.
Me neither.
There's no. It's just not your taste.
You gotta see my playlist.
There's
bro.
there is a concept behind every song.
Yeah.
Behind everything.
Man, and if someone wrote it, it sounded good to him, so it makes sense
Man,
to him.
it
You know?
Bro,
happened-
I use music as a tool. I'm gonna put you an example. The first thing I did here was change the music.
Yeah.
Because you guys were having trouble with the
Recorder.
with the equipment, right?
Yeah,
so I
right.
just put in a sad song.
Yeah.
It works.
And you know, so if I go to the gym, I'm just playing hip hop, bad words. You
Yeah.
know, I'm
Yeah.
like in a bad.
You're killing people.
I'm
over there.
in a dark side, but you know, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but you know, give me the energy. You know,
Yeah.
If I'm running, I just listen to this EDM, you know, crazy music, and I feel like I really like music as a tool.
Right.
So
Can you imagine like being so depressed and sad, and you listen to EDM? You
Look-
feel like you're running from someone.
Yeah.
You feel like someone is following you to kill you. Like what the what the fuck?
Look, I told Maria, my girlfriend, whenever I listen to this sad, but it's good music, right? But it's a sad song. I told her like, hey, can you do something to me so I can enjoy this song? like, this is the song I'm gonna play if you break my heart.
Someone like you.
She's gone out of my life. So about the book,
Oh my god, no! So it's funny. I'm writing 3 books.
3 books.
Yeah.
Just
Damn.
3? Just 3?
Just 3?
But nobody knows about it. That's the thing. Maybe a couple of friends know about. I started writing a novel.
Okay.
I like again one goal into another goal, right?
What is okay? Let's just
like the end goal.
narrow it down so they can understand what
So
we're talking about.
The end goal, I imagine myself like directing or writing a movie, just like you say, right?
We
But I
have-
have no experience telling a story.
We have
So,
a partner.
Man, storytelling is super
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. So
I know from like making YouTube channel, it's the most hard talent. Recording, great footage, easy.
Yeah.
Great audio, easy. Building a story,
Yeah.
super hard.
And if you can tell a story, bro,
Yeah.
you can sell and you can do whatever you want.
You need to work, man. It's all about the sentiments. I made one video on YouTube, which I think is the best video I made.
Let's put it in the link.
Oh, check it out on the YouTube channel.
I mean, if we're gonna put all the links.
Man, and this video doesn't have like great transition. It doesn't have a great music. It doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
But it got a story.
Nice.
And man, this video went viral. It got a story. I made like the video we made for New York. Amazing footage.
Yeah.
Amazing music. But no story.
Yeah.
We're just like
I
jumping
see.
around New York.
I see.
So story, man, is
Yeah.
storyline, and being able to tell a story. This is the heart and soul of
Nice.
Of
You
what
need
you're doing.
I think like telling a story in everything makes you more a really hard connection with everything. Even if you have a company, you work. I don't know, designing shoes.
yeah.
If you tell the people the story about making these shoes, people are gonna be more connected
Yeah.
with it. And you you're gonna do better.
I was I'm reading a book called I think it was called The Power of Branding,
Okay.
and they talk about how you work with marketing and how you get basically your customers related to your product and get them to buy it. So in anything you want to do, whether it's a company, it's a book, it's a movie, you have two factors that need to be there. You need the hero and you need the guide. And they together, like the hero, what's his goal and what is the guide doing? If you are selling a product, your hero is the customer and you are his guide and you want to get him to the goal. And this is the best way to sell a product. Like, let's say Apple, privacy. Who's the hero? The hero is the consumer. Who is the guide? It's Apple. We're going to provide you privacy to get you to this goal, which is privacy.
Yeah.
So everything is built in that way. And once you understand that, like on a deep level, you start analyzing whatever you're doing. And this brings us back to why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Who is our hero? It's not us.
Yeah.
It's people watching us. Yeah. What is our goal? Is to build a community and have everyone being involved. Who are we? We are just the guy that are making this platform available for everyone to be a part of and to tell their stories.
Exactly. Damn.
Man, I didn't knew that.
What?
I didn't knew all of this.
Man, it's something that I think about.
I thought it was about money. No. It's true.
So going back to the book.
So I started writing a novel just to develop, kind of like the how to tell the story. I don't think there's anyone in there. Yeah. Don't even try. Is it recording?
Yeah.
So, but I had to test it. I want to test it, right? So I just started my book in Wattpad. I don't know if you know about it. So Wattpad is kind of like a Netflix of books. So everyone can write a book. You can see what everyone is writing. So you can get likes in every chapter you write. You can get like feedback. You can get comments. And I kind of like get, involved in all that. I was like, wow, this is cool. So Netflix and big companies start like taking stories of people from Wattpad and making it into movies and TV shows and all that. So I was like, oh, I like that because you have instant feedback. So I started posting on Wattpad and I got a couple like likes and a couple of feedback, a couple of comments, and that was fun.
What were you posting about? Like, what is the story about?
It was kind of like a fantasy, medieval, basically story.
Tell us more.
Too shy to talk about.
No. Tell us. We want to know, man.
Well, it's basically...
Who's your hero? Who's his guide? What is his
goal? My hero...
It's the new Game of Thrones.
Well, kind of in that line, It's kind of like... Actually, it was... Because I have long time I haven't write a game. But it was about a pandemic. This pandemic is happening. This medieval is kind of like a sickness going on. It's kind of like a civil problem, civil war going on. And this guy just woke up with basically no memory. But he's kind of like the key of those things happening. And he kind of like have to recover his memory to kind of like solve what's going on. Something like that, something deep. But what I like about it's I have these meanings, it's about identity, So the antagonist is someone that is, being looking from police or, the bad guy, the black, how you call it in English, the la oveja negra, right? It's like the bad guy in the family.
Yeah.
So
the black sheep.
Yeah, the black sheep. So it's kind of like your identity is defined by people around you.
By being different from them.
Yeah.
Can you change who you are, even though you have done bad things in the past? So my hero, he has done bad things in the past, but he doesn't know. So in the story, he's a good guy, but he has done things in the past he doesn't know. So what's the identity? Is the guy a good guy or a bad guy? And the antagonist, which is a bad guy according to everyone, can he change? Even though he know what he has done, can you change your identity? So it's all about identity, that's kind of like the main thing about it. So I start like, I probably have like 10 chapters actually, and my closest friends know Julio. I was
Man, you need to send me this so I
too
can
shy,
read it.
too shy to share with Julio, right?
Man, I'm spending money in books. Like,
And we have a writer in the room.
yeah.
But you know, that's really like, nobody knows about this. Just like 6 friends, and
Well, I'm telling you something. Everyone's gonna know now.
Yeah.
so that's kind of like the projects I leave behind for, you know, focusing more on architecture basically. But in the long run, I kind of like get interested in self-development and that kind of stuff. And I with all these habits and all these conversations like what we're having right now, I get involved into like, I'm writing something else that's really no one knows about. And that's more about, you know, like daily stuff, like more self-development, more like, you know, and the concept for that is kind of like bringing the video game, trend into life. You know, it's like kind of like seeing life as a game, right? And I really fell in love with that, and I just forget about the novel. I'm just focusing on that because, you know,
What do you mean seeing life as a game? Like you're talking something similar to Meta?
So-
Meta World?
well, not really.
Metaverse.
Again, it's a book, but you know, I do renderings with Julio, right? And when you do renderings, and even I like video games.
Everything is possible.
Even though I have like 2 years I haven't played, but I really enjoy video games. So if you see me playing with my friends Call of Duty, they are all like playing, and I'm just like appreciating the rendering.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
And so my friends.
Man, me too.
I thought it was just me.
My brother is playing now Assassin's Creed, the latest one.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, how did they build this world? You know?
Yeah.
So my friends are playing with me like, hey, Miguel, where are you? And I'm just like in a cabin. And I'm like, bro, we're here. The enemies are here. I'm like, bro, how they make this wood look so real?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like taking pictures of the screen. Like,
Okay, now you give me the situation. I'm gonna give you another situation.
okay.
What if where we are right now is your brain?
Oh my God. Don't tell me
Creating
about
this
the
rendering.
Matrix. For sure, we are in a simulation right now. I can
Man,
tell you that.
yeah, no.
I think somebody's watching us right now.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like being lab rats.
Okay.
I'm talking about
You are the only person.
you are the only person who exists, and you create everything from your brain is creating that.
That's a
Man, that's
probability.
insane.
That's a probability.
That's insane. Can you imagine? Like I created all the songs I listen to.
Man, I'm really smart if I did that.
You know,
Man, if I created Bad Bunny songs, man, I'm a fucking genius.
But you only know the songs that you listen to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not everything.
yeah. No, I think I think at some point that's real, and like, I think at some point it's real, you know,
Man,
because
no, it's
Yeah.
either real or not.
Yeah,
There's no
I think
at some point.
it's
There's
real.
no gray area because if
Yeah.
that's real, basically you're the only one who exists.
yeah, but it's like when you see something on the street, right? Like you pass by an accident and you just see, from your point of view, you can see how the red car has the fault of the accident,
Yeah.
but that's your fraction of reality, you know, from your point of view.
Yeah.
And your war is created based on your perspective.
Yeah.
There's no way you can know the true reality, because the true reality is just different point of view together.
Yeah. There's 3 realities.
Yeah.
Your reality, my reality, and their reality.
Yeah, so you don't know what it's real. You
Damn.
know. So I think at some point that's true. I mean, you live in your own world. Like Julio can say something meaning something, and you're just gonna interpret it something different, depending on your background. You know. So back to the book I really want to write. So the renderings, right? So whenever I see a video game, I enjoy the renderings. Then each video game try to be more realistic, right? Each video game try to be more simulation of life. But you know what is more real? Life.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you know, when the perfect game, you can create your character, right? That's the main thing, because, you know, we are visual. I like to change the haircut of my character, right? I like to change the ability of my character. But you can do that.
Yeah.
You know, if
In
you
real
like,
life.
you can do that in real life. You can choose your path in real life. You can, and there's some skills and there's some resources.
So why do you think people like escape their real life and go there?
Because it's easy, you know.
It's easier. for
Yeah,
them.
yeah, it's easier, you know. And that happened to me, you know. Whenever I'm working on something and you know, solving problems, I solve one problem and another problem just came, and it's hard to like face it. It's easy just to go Instagram, you know, like, oh, now I have to do this, you know, Instagram. And on Instagram, you get video games and social media. You get instant gratification. You get instant rewards.
Yeah.
That's the key, and that's the key building habits. You don't get rewards in real life as easy as in video games. Yeah. I can be a millionaire in one of my video games in 1 week.
Yeah.
I can buy a Porsche. I can just do whatever I want.
Which brings us to metaverse.
Yeah, metaverse.
Let's talk about metaverse.
Wow, Thanksgiving podcast to metaverse.
Yeah, and that's
Let's talk about metaverse.
and that's why I'm scared of it. Like for us, we realize that, and we know about all these and all the things that can happen with the metaverse. But the generation that is coming, like my nephew and everything, man, I'm scared for them.
And I was listening to Joe Rogan. Shout out to Joe Rogan. Like he cares. So I was listening to him. He was with.
I'm never gonna finish this.
No, go ahead.
It's
man.
okay.
Go
It's
ahead.
okay.
So they were talking, him and Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
They were talking about the metaverse, and it's amazing. Like, and his point of view was that for us, like, okay, it's a cool thing, and it's an escape from real life, and you can live the life you desire. But what if you forget about the real life and you just spend all your time there, and whenever you go back to real life, whenever you lose the connection, like what happened with Facebook a couple of months ago, what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think that's happening right now.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a disaster because
it's happening right now.
You have no
Instagram.
life skills. You have nothing. What are you left with?
That's happening right now. You know, I mean, you open your, Instagram app, and this is not the real life, but people trying to show the best version of themselves, right? And you see it, and you see a guy, in a private plane. You're like, that's not his plane. Like, everything's fake. Oh, that's fake. But you are there consuming that life. Yeah. Even though it's fake or everything, you prefer to stay there. Somehow, these designers, that's their goal, to keep you there. Somehow. I don't know if you guys probably have seen Abstract in Netflix. Abstract, the art of design. Yeah. They have each episode is about an artist. One episode is about an architect.
Design.
It's about design. Yeah. It's really good. So they came out with the second season. And in the second season, there is this guy, which is the designer of... It's kind of like a digital designer. And this is the guy who kind of like helped to create the like button. And he tell in the show that he developed this infinity scrolling concept, and that's what we have now on Facebook and Instagram. Before, when you go to Facebook, you scroll down your screen,
you stop,
you see all your friends, and you're done. You have an ending. Mm-hmm. When you see everything from the day, you're done. Yeah. And this guy with the designers, they designed this infinity where the algorithm make you never end. So right now, you go to Instagram, you go scrolling down, it's infinite. Like you're never gonna finish because the algorithm is made it so you always are doing that. And then, that opened my mind. Like, wow, this is their goal. This is designed for that.
Like it's on purpose.
It's on purpose. And then they have a new problem. Oh, people are leaving Facebook. People are not using Facebook that much. How can we attract people? Oh, let's use Julio to attract Sam. Let's give Julio a tool so he can take Sam into Facebook. So they create the tag button. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now Julio can tag you. So you get a notification that Julio, which is your trust friend, mm-hmm. it's calling you to go Facebook or Instagram. And then you go back. That's kind of like... And I was like, wow, I'm amazed about that. I'm not like an anti-social media or anything. But now I see social media different, completely different, bro. Yeah. Like I use it as a tool.
Right.
100%. Like I have tricked the algorithm on purpose. Like I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to see architecture stuff in my Explorer. I'm on purpose gonna like only architecture stuff. Oh, that picture of Julio, he looks so handsome. I'm just gonna like architecture stuff just this week, just to test. Mm-hmm. And then I go to my Explorer and I can see how they are like, kind of like tracking
algorithm.
And that goes really deep. Like it's not just the things you like.
It's what you stop on.
It's everything.
It's not what you like.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I was like scrolling, and there's Rosalia, you
Yeah.
know, the
Yeah,
singer.
yeah, yeah.
I really love her songs,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna like a picture
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Rosalia.
yeah.
And you know, you're going through reels, and then she popped up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is Rosalia singing.
Yeah.
And now, man, every time I open Instagram, it's Rosalia all over the place. Like, what the? I just saw her once, guys.
I'm not.
You know?
I'm not gonna like you. You have too much likes.
So when you know that, you realize. I think the metaverse. You know, I think nobody can stop it. You know.
I don't have a problem with the virtual world. I have a problem with people leading the virtual world.
Yeah, but it's like now, kids like my godson. It's only 5 right now, and kids in the school they're already using tablets. You know, it's like that's normal for them.
Yeah.
Where our parents probably struggle using a tablet. You know, I think we can't stop that. It's just how it's gonna be. We haven't.
But
we
what is it going to be?
Yeah, but we have problems right now. Like right
what?
now, with the technology we have right now, we have the same amount of problems, same amount of solutions. And I think the next generation is
It's
going to
just
have...
a different kind of problem.
Yeah, it's going to have different problems and different solutions. But, you know, yeah, I'm a really big fan of technology. I love technology. And I think Norman Foster once says about technology. Somebody asked him, like, in an interview, oh, but what do you think about technology? It's all getting crazy, mad. And he says, technology is like fire. It's just a tool.
Yeah.
You know, it's without, you know, even fire is technology. Back then, they don't have fire.
Yeah.
With fire, they can like have like warm food and stuff. And I think technology is the same. It's just a tool. People use it for good things, for bad things.
Yeah.
Fire can be for cooking and it can be for killing someone.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'm really excited about the metaverse as well. Because, look, right now I live in Miami and I can just call my mom in DC and I can see her. I can show her like, hey, look, I had this in my face. What do you think? And that's through technology. Metaverse is going to be even more.
Yeah.
Like concerts, you know, remote concerts.
Even-
and-
Now they having Justin Bieber is having a concert. In
Oh,
Metaverse.
nice.
Yeah.
Are you showing?
Is
Are you
it
showing up?
is it working right now with the metaverse?
Well,
Can
there's
you
some
go?
there's
I
some
think
versions.
so,
There's
yeah.
some versions of Metaverse. Roblox.
I'm
if you
scared.
have the Oculus, you have access to Metaverse.
Man, I'm scared about the Neuralink too, because you're gonna be able to go to the metaverse and you probably won't need a glass or something like that. It's gonna be directed
Wow.
to your, and you can feel stuff.
Damn, man.
Probably you will be able to feel stuff.
Well,
Like, you
Mark
probably-
Zuckerberg just posted that he's developing a kind of like a glove that you can feel texture.
Yeah.
That's
But
amazing.
man, if it goes directly to your brain, you're gonna be probably like watching bad stuff and feeling it at the same time. That's crazy.
not only that, you guys seen Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the real version?
Matrix.
Yeah.
The
and
Matrix.
Look, I have to rewatch Matrix. Of course, I watched it, but I was so...
We were kids.
Yeah,
right,
we
when
were so
Matrix
kids.
came out.
And I just found out that Matrix is so related to psychology and, you know, all the really important concepts. So I want to rewatch it so we can watch the new one.
Me too.
But I just hear about something happening in Matrix. When they realize everything is an illusion, they go back to reality.
And they don't like reality.
They don't like reality. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen. And it's sad, but I think, you know, the digital is going to be maybe more important than reality. But my point is, right now, it's happening.
Yeah.
You
Man.
go outside, you go to Wynwood, you meet someone, and that guy give you his name or whatever, follow me on Instagram. When you go to his digital version,
You're in a virtual world.
you say, this guy's a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you go to his online profile, Instagram, and you see the guy, oh my God, is this the guy I just met? 100,000 followers? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
This guy is the best. I want to hang out with this guy. But you just met him in reality. But you just, you know, you get influenced by his digital version. Right now, digital version of yourself is more important than everything.
Yeah.
That's why I see social media different now. I'm playing with social media now. Sometimes my friends are like, oh, but you're posting different now. What are you? Like, you know, just doing it on purpose. Because I realize every time you post something, it's giving some kind of message. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying now to control the message I want to send. Because
What message
really-
do you want to send?
it's not about what message I want to send right now. It's more about what part of my life I want to share. Mm-hmm. You know, it's really about that. Like, I don't want to get caught into like I have to post everything.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not relevant, like just say it, like, who am I? Like, you know, like, oh, I'm in this place, amazing, but did I really need to share? If I just send this picture to my mom, Julio, I have these WhatsApp chat groups, right? If I'm seeing something super nice, I just send it to Julio, or I send it to you, or I send it to my family. If I already share it with my closest circle, I don't really have to share it with everyone in Instagram.
But how are you gonna get rewarded for being at that place if you don't get the likes?
Well, you gotta be.
That's the trick.
But you gotta be like.
You need to understand it.
You need to have like. Don't need that, because I have friends that need that. You know, I don't really need that. Like, I don't need to show that something. You know, I don't need to show I'm this guy. You know, I want to become one guy, and I know the guy I want to become, and that's why my goals are organized in a way. Because, for example, this book I just talk about, like, I really would like to create a manual about like, you know, it's like a manual. It's like a let's make a fun manual of life. Let's make life like a game. And,
Life by IKEA.
Yeah.
That's a good. Really
But, you
good.
know, I feel like I need to achieve, you know, some amount of things before people can really spend the time of listening to me. You know,
Because who are you?
who am
Again.
I? Yeah, you know. So that's the thing, you know.
Yeah. So that was interesting, man. That was interesting.
Yeah, I
like
know,
the social media is a no end universe, but we're not here to fix it. I guess.
We're not here to talk about.
We're just gonna use it as a tool.
Yeah, I think right now some people are anti like social media, and some people are so addicted to social media. I think the smart thing is to realize how it is and use it.
It's a tool.
Yeah,
It's just a tool.
yeah, because you can just be like, oh,
Man,
I'm out of Instagram. You know, right now you can be out of the grid. It's if you met someone and doesn't have any digital presence, that's weird.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Man, like what we are doing is really, we are using it, man, as a tool.
Yeah.
Like YouTube, what we're doing with YouTube, with Spotify, with everything, it's a tool.
yeah,
We're using Instagram to spread the message as a tool.
yeah,
We don't really spend a lot of time on Instagram.
I do.
You do, yeah.
No, but I use my Instagram, for example, to post things and remember. Like in 10 years, I want to see this picture that I have with Miguel and you.
I think Julio has a problem with YouTube as a consumer. Like
He spent a lot of time on YouTube.
when I was in college, whenever I see a video, comedy video or something, I'm like, hey Julio, check this video. He already watched it before.
Yeah.
And then I just find this documentary about architecture. Bro, we gotta watch it. I already watched it. When he moved into Miami, and we got these, you know, local DR, you know, programs, news and stuff. And I'm like, bro, you watched it? I already watched it. So I don't know how he do it, but he has watched everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
The guy.
I used to watch and work. That's
Man,
why.
he watched.
I had two screens.
Two videos
I
at the
used
same
to-
time.
I used to watch to work in a computer and have a video. You know, to
Man, he
entertain
even watched my friend in Arabic, and he doesn't understand Arabic.
me. Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know. He like him.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We forgot
Happy
to tell you Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
Give us a like. Leave us a comment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe hit us up. Like we'd love to have you as guest. It doesn't matter. Like, man, we were talking. We should have like 10 guests at the same time. You know,
Damn.
just have them like rotate. Do like 10 minutes with everyone.
Yeah.
It will be fun. It will be fun. We're gonna do a lot of experiments, man,
Nice.
because we just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. So Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for,
Don't ask me that.
other than Maria?
Of course. You know, I read an article once about how happiness doesn't really exist. And so what we have is happy moments, right? Mm-hmm. So when you are like asking about what's my purpose in life, happiness is just an easy answer. Your brain develop happiness as the answer. Mm-hmm. That's what I have to pursue, right? And some people became with these big goals and, oh, whenever I have that, I will be happy. But the idea is, 24 hours, I'm smiling, you know. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. And so the funny thing about the happy moments that you do have is Like, I used to play basketball with Julio on Saturdays. We woke up 8 a.m. and we played 5 hours of basketball, and we ended up dead. And we were happy, but we were so in the presence, we didn't realize that. Because you're just having fun. You're not thinking about being happy, you're just being happy, right? Mm-hmm. But when you are conscious enough and aware to realize you're being happy in the present, that's called gratitude. And the article kind of like talk about it. And when you are grateful in the presence, that's you realizing you've been happy. So grateful is the key of happiness. And nowadays, I'm using that as a psychology. Don't cry. So no, like this is real. Like right now, I'm using that as a psychological hack, right? To be happy. So Friday, I was driving home, and I just passed by an accident. And at that point, I was like, damn, I'm just grateful that I'm just having a normal trip to my home. Mm-hmm. And man, that changed your mood. It's not just like just talking. I was like, wow, I'm grateful that my car is okay. I'm just going home as a normal night. And when you're grateful for the things you have, like really, you're happy, bro. And so at this point, I'm happy about everything. I'm happy about my life, about my girlfriend. I'm happy. So many things, but most important, I'm happy about having purpose and knowing that I'm just, working on that. I don't have to achieve it. And mostly because I'm like almost sure that I'm going to achieve the things I'm planning. Because if you're doing the work in the presence, you're going to do it. You're going to get it, Mm-hmm. But that before I have that goal setting, like, oh, I need to get this. I was desperate, now I don't have that. I just, just working every day. You're going to achieve it.
So going back in time, you had like a different vision of like happiness and goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What right now with what you know now, what would you tell like your younger self?
Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Just sit down, step back, get out the routine, be in silence, just plan the life you want, set up a system. So I see habit as part of my system. So I kind of like have a system right now, and it's working, and you can just live your life without questioning, oh, when I'm going to get this, why I'm not closer to my goal, The goal, bro, it's okay. Like, I think you're reading The Power of Habits, right? Yeah. Or I think it's Atomic Habits.
Yeah, Atomic Habits.
The guy tell it, like, the three of us can have the goal of, achieving...
being fit.
Yeah, being fit. And only maybe one of us is gonna do it. So the goal is nothing.
Yeah, and...
Before I was all about the goal. The goal is nothing. It's just a guidance. It's really the process. You have to create a system, and that's
so enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once, okay, what happens if you get the goal?
You set another goal.
But it's
okay,
not
but no,
okay.
It
But
doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, but enjoy the process is easy to say, and it's like you hear that, and everyone said, "Oh, enjoy the process."
Yeah.
Like, okay, how you enjoy the process, right?
Yeah.
It's you got to take the goal, the reward, and put it in the present. So, okay. Now I'm moving to a new place and I have a gym, right? So I feel like, oh, this is my... yeah. I had to invite you guys. So now I'm moving to a new place. So I have a gym. And I feel like, oh, wow, now finally I'm going to get fit. I'm going to get in my, like my desired shape. So forget about the body you want to get. In my brain, I just hack myself to think if I just work out every day, I feel like I'm already that guy. Yeah. So I feel like the reward in the presence, Uh-huh. That's it. You have to feel it like you becoming a person. So I'm just, instead of say I'm going to be this amount of pounds, I just say, I'm an athlete.
Yeah, I'm that person.
I'm an athlete. So
you don't have a final goal. You have a process.
Yeah. So if you have to, the thing is that it's about identity, Go back to the novel. It's all about identity. You have to become the identity.
About identity, also, this is something that we ask to everyone. And we're going to ask you, like moving from DR to here, being an architect, doing all that stuff, being a freelance, being in this, and you just like changing your life. Where's home, man? What's your identity now?
I think home, it's family to me. It's not really a place, you know. And family can be friends, you know. I have these persons in my life where I feel family, like Julio is part of it, you know. Like, I'm here. You see, I go to the bathroom, I go to his room. I feel like I'm in home, you know. I feel like, oh, it's family, you know. It's family. But definitely, the Dominican Republic, you know, definitely, it's where I came from. When you go outside your country and you experience different culture, you can appreciate better your own. Yeah. I think when you are inside your country and you never left, you don't realize the characteristic that differentiates you from the others. Yeah. So now, because I work with 10 different nationalities, I realize the things that are good and bad about my culture, my own culture. And I kind of like appreciate that more. I feel like more Dominican now that I'm outside the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So definitely DR is my home. But because family is all around, wherever my family is, which is most likely in the DR, that's where home is. But I think that's the best thing about traveling is get away your home so you can see from a different perspective. Because people that never left, they don't get it. Yeah. You know. And you know what? You know what happened to me when I moved into Miami? English was easy to communicate than Spanish. Because all these people speak Spanish, but they have different versions of Spanish. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, nice, I'm in Miami. I can speak in Spanish, you know. But whenever I say something, they don't really get it. Because for them, these words meaning something different. So I just start talking in English, even with people that speak Spanish. And whenever I speak Spanish, I start like cleaning my Spanish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wasn't speaking the Dominican Spanish.
In a neutral way.
I was speaking in a neutral way. That was my first year in Miami. And I was like, and I hear myself, I was like fake, you know. Uh-huh. And then I went out some places and I realized that's kind of like the good thing about Miami is people enjoy others. When you listen to some Colombian accent and you listen to some, you know, Venezuelan accent, people like that. Mm-hmm. And I realized, you know, like, fuck that. I'm going to talk Dominican. That's what people enjoy. You know, that's part of my identity. And I realized that like my second year in Miami, and that was really open. That really opened my mind. You know, was like an eye opening. So that was what I was like, kind of like taking my Dominican identity away from me. Yeah. You know, and I realized whenever I go out and I say, hey, like, you know, que lo que, and people tell me, oh, that's el tigre dominicano. You know, it's like, that's what they like, and that's who am I. You know, so that's important part of identity. You know, when you go out, you struggle with that. You're like, oh, I had to fit in. Yeah. But in a place like this, you don't have to fit in. You have to.
That's why we love Miami, man.
You have to embrace your own.
I'm still working on that. when you hear a Cuban, a Colombian talking, you try to fix in this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still feel uncomfortable talking in Spanish.
And that still happened to me. I'm still like.
Me too, man. I feel uncomfortable talking Spanish.
How is your Spanish?
Un poquito español.
No. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
No sabe nada.
No sabe nada.
But it's good. It's good, man. It's good.
So you guys have to say thanks.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
Yeah. I tell you that. Like, sometimes we take things for granted.
Yeah.
And man, I wake up every day and I see the sunset, the
sunrise.
The sunrise, and I thank God for everything. Yeah. Every day I thank God for everything. For being alive. Man, for being here, like sharing with you. To be able to buy food and to eat, man. To be healthy, to be able to work, for everything, man. And I think that's what motivates me to.
You know, before those were pretty words for me, like too catchy, like yeah. But now I really like understand that, and you kind of say that in the beginning. You say that back in college you were like, oh, I know everything, right? You kind of have that feeling. I kind of went to the same path. Like in high school, I was like, the best grades. You know, I got like the highest. I didn't have the little trophy still in my place. Like the highest. It's called the highest honor in the school. And
who cares, man?
Exactly.
Who cares?
But at that point, you know, back in high school, I was like, wow.
But those are the small goals
Yeah.
that push you to get there.
But
and
when
then you keep moving.
when you're in high school, that's your like high school is your universe.
Yeah.
And you know, we have this race, a 5K in back in high school, and that 5K was like all the schools from around, and that was like a legendary race. And I've been in that race since I was like a little kid, right? Like I always every year I participate, and I'm 17 at that point, and I asked my sport professor like, so only 2 more, right? Only 2 more years because I'm about to get senior, and senior is how you call it, right? Junior, senior is your last year, right?
Right.
And he just told me, oh no, you're 16. 16 is the top age you can participate. This is your last year, and I was like, oh, no more 5Ks. You know, the 5Ks was like a tradition, right? And I just tell my professor like, you know what? I'm winning this year. We just run for fun. I told him like, oh, this is my last one. I'm winning. And I don't know why I just take that serious. Like I went practice more than everyone else. I just explained to my mom, hey, you know what? Now we are in vacation, but you're driving me to the park, El Parque del Este. You're driving me every Saturday and just gonna run. And she helped me, and I ended up winning, right? And that was like a big, like I'm probably the only one who has ever win that 5K. And
your family.
No, in the whole school, like no one from my school, because that was like from the whole city, you know, like, and my school was just a little school, and I just won that. But that kind of like changed my mind. I feel like, oh, I can do everything, you know, and start participating in chess tournament. I win, you know, math.
But you can, man, you can.
Yeah, but
even now, like even I know I talked like about how you think you know everything when you are young.
Yeah.
But man, it's life, and it's experimenting. You know?
And
no one is doing. No one out there is doing something that you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that you're not giving it time, and you're not putting in, you know, your time, your focus on it.
And I was so confident that I just started doing things, but then I get into architecture school, which is a different level.
You're like, fuck.
And I was like, damn, I thought it was good. And you find like super smart people.
But you don't give up, man.
Yeah, I don't give up.
That's why you push yourself more.
Something happened to me in architecture school. I didn't care too much about grades.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I ended up with good grades.
No,
so
I'm the same, man. I didn't care about like history of architecture. I didn't care about math. I just wanted to design a nice house, which I did.
I just want to fall in love with my projects, and I ended up having good grades and everything, cum laude or whatever you call it. But in architecture school, it was more about, oh, I want to do this project. And sometimes I don't get the highest grade because I was more worried about the idea versus how to present it, you know. And architecture is a lot about presentation. Now I'm better about my presentation, though.
Yeah.
But you know, we have these finals in the architecture school. But I'm like, Julio, let's get into this contest, bro. Yeah. And we were like, bro, we don't have time. We don't have time to, and let's do it. And we ended up participating in like 3 architecture contests, and we ended up having like 2 honor mentions.
Man, all the contests that we went, man, even if we were participating with all the students of architecture in Dominican Republic, we end up winning
something. You know, we didn't get like the first, and even today I'm still participating in some crazy stuff, because I like that. But I changed my mindset from, you know, I got this mindset, oh, I'm different, you know. Even since high school, I feel like, damn, I can do stuff. And when you win something, you feel like you deserve it, you know. And that's when my goal setting changed from habits, because I was all about my goals. Like, I know I can do this because I'm different. I'm not like anyone else. I'm just different from the pack, and I know I can do this. And my mindset changed, and now I realize, bro, fuck that. Who am I? I'm not. I know. I'm lucky to have what I have now. And that humbleness kind of like make you work better, because I don't have nothing to prove, because I'm just one like everyone else. I'm just trying to put the work every day.
Yeah.
And that gives me so much relief you know, because I was getting into a point where if I participate into something and I don't get the results I want to get, I was feeling like,
You
damn,
failed.
like, yeah, I failed. Like, I'm not who I thought I was, you know.
Yeah.
But that's good because that's kind of like put you in the ground.
Uh-huh.
And now I see things, you know, in a grateful point of view, in a humble point of view. But don't get me wrong, I'm still ambitious and I still have my goals. I'm just putting the work every day without, you know, without being desperate.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget about all the great things we have done.
Yeah,
And we push
definitely.
us and I don't know, like we feel like we
Yeah.
have to do more and more. But man, if you look back,
Yeah.
if you see all the things that you have done, man,
You'd
you
be
have to
proud.
You'd be
proud.
You look proud.
And thankful.
Yeah. We're thankful in this Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So to wrap this up, what are you thankful for?
Bro, I'm thankful for you guys having me, and I'm thankful for everything that's happening in my life. I feel more balanced than at any point in my life. I'm thankful for that.
Well, that's great.
What are you thankful
That's
for? That's a good question because I'm always discussing with Sam. Like, man, he's putting all the time goals. He want to achieve this, but man, you should
Yeah.
be proud of all the things that you have done. You should be
Man,
grateful. I know that you want more.
Yeah.
But
Man.
you have to be grateful for.
I think
Yeah.
my problem is that I never settle.
Yeah.
I never settle. And what keeps me going is the fact that I don't settle.
Yeah.
And this is what motivates me. I am definitely grateful, man, for everything that I've did. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful to know you guys. I'm grateful for all the bad experience that I've did through my entire life because they are the reason that got me to where I am now.
Yeah.
And they are the moving parts that built me and made me who I am. So even though I keep pushing myself, even though I keep wanting more and trying to achieve more, I'm grateful for everything I did. I'm grateful for everything that led me to be who I am today.
Yeah.
So
Grateful for the teacher that talk shit about you.
I'm grateful for that bitch who told me you're not gonna make it
Yeah.
because I wanted to prove her wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you for this girl that rejects you when you were.
I'm grateful for that other bitch who cheated on me and I thought my life has ended because of her.
Yeah, me too.
And because of her, man, I'm now with the greatest woman alive and she's my wife.
Nice.
I'm grateful, man, for all the bad shit more than I'm grateful for the good stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Man,
The good stuff.
The bad stuff. I don't know how to say it in English. The forehand.
Yeah. They shape you.
They shape you.
Yeah, they shape you.
Yeah.
It makes you do.
If you wanna see someone and you wanna know how they get to where they are, just see how many scars they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll know.
Man, diamonds doesn't come easy. You know.
Yeah.
You have to hit it with the hammer to get the final result. So,
You know, I have that problem with my mom. She's so protective.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to cook a new dish. And hey, I just call her. I want to cook these costillas you made. She's so worried about me getting into the stuff and get burned. Or you know, just do it wrong. Like, but she get obsessed. Like, oh, be careful. Yeah, you know, you got to be careful with the hot water, whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just always tell her, like, you know what? Maybe I burn a little. Or maybe my dish is going to taste really bad.
But I'll learn.
I will learn. You know,
Exactly.
like, you have to fail. That's the only way you can learn.
Since we've all been through like a lot of shit, I'm sorry about that. And we ended up living here in Miami. And I know there's a lot of young kids, young adults, I would call them, growing up, not knowing what to do, not knowing where they headed. What would you like to tell them?
Wow. Well, first of all, if their goal is to evolve, because, you know, not anyone has this need to evolve and grow. I realize you have to be really careful with the people that truly love you, because their goal is to protect you.
Yeah.
It's not you to grow. Just like I told you about my mom, you know.
Uh-huh.
They truly love you. And they don't want to see you outside the box having challenges and facing hard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to protect you. You have to understand they truly love you and, you know, like be thankful for their advice, but you have to forget about that.
Yeah.
No one know anything.
You got to go out and do what you want to do because that's the only way you can evolve. So I would just tell that.
No fear.
No fear.
No miedo, cero miedo.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because this is the people that truly love you, like your family, your partners. That's the people when you have this goal, new adventure, you want their support, and this is why most of the people ended up doing nothing.
And you care about their opinion.
Yeah, because you want their support.
The only thing, man, that holds you back is you.
Yeah,
And by you is you worry about people's opinion, and not just any people. You worry about people who you care about.
Yeah.
You worry about their opinion.
Yeah.
And this is what holds you back. So, man, no one knows anything.
Yeah.
I've said it before, man. I said it in like episode 2. No one's know anything. Just follow whatever you love. Do whatever you're passionate about. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Just stick to it. Enjoy the process. You'll fail. And if you don't fail, it's not a real success because you're going to fail.
Yeah.
And when you fail, get up and keep going.
Damn. Some people are so important in your life. Like in my case, my mom, because I used to live with her. Like she was a single mother, right?
Uh-huh.
I get to a point that I kind of like need her approval for things, you know. And if my mom wasn't agree, I feel like, okay, she's not agree. It's probably a bad idea. And it's not like she's not supporting me. I just realized is that she just wants to protect me.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know, man.
Yeah, and some people feel down when her circle doesn't support them. Look, your circle doesn't have to support you. Sometimes it's not because they don't like you. It's just because they like you so much
Yeah.
that they don't want you to like do anything else.
Yeah.
And when you realize
They want you to stay just the way they know you and the way they like you.
Yeah. So
okay, you live here, stay here. Why you want to go live somewhere else?
Yeah. Don't take risks.
Yeah.
Don't take risk.
Because I see people that forget about their opinions and go and follow their goals, but then their relationship with the people that don't support them, you know, went to trash because I don't want to talk to my family because now I'm this guy and they don't support me when I was studying.
Till you made it. Till you make it.
Yeah, until you make it. But you have to realize it's not that they have anything against you. It's just that they want to, protect you. So,
man,
that's why sometimes you have to go far from them, even if it's hard.
Yeah.
And you don't want to hurt their feelings. You have to go far and do you.
Man, everyone lives their own life.
Yeah.
Everyone, and everyone needs to accept that. Even you, even when you have kids, and this is very important. When you have kids, because like growing up in Lebanon and moving here, and I don't know if it's the same for you guys. Parents and kids are basically living the same life.
I see.
So everything your father does, he's doing it in a way for you, and you're doing the same to repay him. It's good. I'm not saying like that this is a bad thing. It's a good thing. But my father, like at this age, he should live his own life. I should live my own life. Like everyone, you only live your own life. And if you notice, like a lot of people who made it are actually people who at one point had no one and they have to figure out how to achieve their goals and live their own life. And this is when they push themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes this love from your family and this, like the easy path they provide you screws you up, man.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Well, man, it was great. Like we talked about a lot of shit. Man. We've been going for like an hour and a half.
We can make 2 podcasts about this.
No, I think it's good. So to wrap this up, man, I think like everyone should be grateful.
Yeah,
we're grateful to have you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Finally,
I'm grateful to be here.
Well, next time we probably will have you with Maria.
Yeah, well,
we'll have to convince Maria, man.
She's too shy, but we can try.
We'll give her this.
Yeah.
And guys who stayed till the end of the episode, thank you, Miguel, for watching yourself till the end of the episode. Thank you for being with us. Happy Thanksgiving. Always be grateful and always just follow what you love, man.
Yeah.
Always.
All
Want
right.
to wrap it with something?
I'm just thankful for to be here. Guys, if you guys invite me next time, we don't need the food. I think it's fine.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
See you on the next one.
All right. Time flies.